Hello, hello.
Hello. Corned beef is good.
It's pretty good. I made corned beef and potatoes and sauerkraut, like I do every year.
Mm.
But then I did it badly this year, and I was bummed.
Oh,
I didn't cook it long enough and stuff. So then I cooked it again, so it finally fell apart. And then the next morning I made like eggs and corned beef and corned beef sandwiches. It's really good.
nice. I just had a leftover corned beef sandwich for lunch with a nice vinegary slaw. So it still had a little bit of nice crispness in the cabbage. It was real tasty.
That sounds good. The boy just fell asleep. Hopefully he will stay asleep for a while. He did not sleep hardly at all last night, so I'm
Oh,
hoping for better today. We'll see what happens. How's the volume? Good?
you're a little bit quiet on Discord.
Okay. My head is a little quiet. Hold on a second. There we go. How is that? That's probably better. I don't want to yell at the boy, so we'll leave
Yep,
it there. Ooh, shit.
I can hear you better.
Okay. You are louder than me, so that's fine. I'll turn that down a little bit.
I usually am.
Yeah.
I always have my mic right in my face.
I should probably do that. I need to rebuild my desk so it has an arm
Yeah.
over the top. But, priorities.
Yep. One thing at a time.
Oh, boy. Oh, I popped out the chat and then I closed it. That's not helpful. Hold on a second. There we go. Okay. Green Liquid, hello, welcome in. It is Wednesday. It is the viewer suggestion. If you've not suggested something yet on the community post, you're very welcome to suggest something now. Last week we had like 20, 30 suggestions, like 25 or something. This week we have like 8. Eliam, welcome in. I don't know what happened, but the new NPC video is out. I noticed a miss-up I did, but it's okay. Green Liquid, the rules for suggestions are in the comments. I believe. I hope they're in the comments. Maybe they're not. I need to check that. I spent like an hour last night trying to figure out why my enemy NPCs or crabs things stopped attacking. Like they would just chase the character around and stuff and just not do anything and just stop. It's just like, what the hell's going on? And I had reworked the way that they spawned in, and for some reason it's just like, what if we just turned off their logic? It's like, that's what I'm working on though. It's like, no, we're just gonna turn it off. Whenever you spawn one, we're just gonna turn it off. And it's like, the hell. I eventually figured it out, and it was like one line of code that just completely turned it off. And it was the weirdest thing. I was like, why? Like, I don't understand why you would do this.
Mm-hmm.
Coding is weird. Logics and math. This is the most dog-like rugby I think I've drawn.
Yeah. He does have a little dog nose.
I think his nose is too small, maybe?
Maybe. Oh, the dark circles is not helping.
You know what this is. It's a Pugby.
Da, da, da. For anybody in chat who doesn't know, Pugby is Rugby's nemesis.
Mm-hmm.
My sidebar is gone missing again. I cannot figure out how to find it.
I think I see them recording this now in the channel. How's it going? Azir, welcome in. Yeah, we're in the live stream in the Discord. People are welcome to listen there if you want. We just have people muted, except for the host and the admin. It's going well, good. A round, pitch black being with a golden disc for a face. We could make a Konrasu that looks like that. Or a shade or something. We could do something. I'll put that on the list for you. How's that? You gonna draw it today?
Yeah, as soon as I can figure out how to get the right-hand sidebar with the color picker and everything to pop back out.
Oh yeah, where's the line? That's weird. Because there used to be
every time.
Oh, it's right underneath the color wheel. Is it gone?
It's not.
Right.
The entire task, that entire toolbar is minimized for me.
Under the color wheel, there's right above the brush. There's a little tiny arrow. Can you see that, or is it gone? If you go to view, you can restore view, and I think that... Nope, that didn't do it either. Wow. Bionic weapon.
I'll poke around until I figure it out. I do want to draw with you today.
Okay. Oh yeah, let me put it on the list. Step 1. Bionic. Number 1.
Hey, Bionic.
Paste. Hi Blue, hi Rook. Hello. How do you feel about the 2024 D&D? I'm fine with it. Like, I understand some of the frustration people have come up with, but like, D&D needs kind of a revamp. 5e will always exist, and this is just more additional stuff to it. So, my biggest hope with it is that they make a really good virtual tabletop for it, and then eventually that becomes free. Like, that's my biggest hope, because my biggest worry about 2024 and like whatever they're doing next with the 2025 stuff, because it sounds like they're just going to basically have like a new patch every year for D&D, is that it's just going to be like so egregiously paywalled that everyone's going to have a different version, and it's just going to suck to try to get the function. So
yeah,
I like home D&D, like on table, but I don't get to play it much anymore. Like, it's probably been a year or more since I've played actual physical games. So virtual tabletops are good. They allow me to play more D&D, and that's basically what I think they're trying to do, is just facilitate that more and they just need to keep their money grubby hands out of it and see how it goes. Definitely get what they deserve, right? Like it can cost money. I'm fine with that, but it needs to be not outrageous.
Yep.
So we'll see what happens.
And if people are like upset about it, like, to some extent you choose to be upset about it, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
people choose to be upset about it. If you're not happy with it, there's no reason to upgrade. Like
Yeah.
you don't have to buy it. You don't have to interact with it. Like play the game you want to play. And if that's not going to be the new D&D, then don't play the new D&D.
I love the feat system, but I don't like some of the nerfs and hyper magic focus. Yeah, like I'm okay
Yeah.
with some of that. Like I don't want to just completely disagree with you, Bionic, but like I like the feats as well. I haven't seen too many nerfs that I think are really bad because they're moving things, which they're moving it a lot more closer to how Pathfinder has done it and 3.5 did it. It's going to add complexity to the characters, which a lot of people that like 5e don't like.
Yeah.
But I generally think it's probably for the best. Moved about a year ago, missed in real games.
Yeah.
Which is cool, like roll
5e,
20.
yeah.
Yeah. Roll 20. Wolfie, by the way, welcome in. Oh man, I've struggled with roll 20. Some of my friends love it, and I am not a fan. But I also used it years ago when it was kind of hot garbage, so I don't know if they've updated it since then. Okay, I'm going to roll for the first one. Oh, are you in super simple mode? Is that what's going on?
I think so.
Okay. If you hit the cog, you can go back to simple or full mode.
Oh, hold on. Yep, okay. Yeah, I'm in super simple mode. There it is.
To Purgby. Purgby's got to be a little more squat. Let's do that. Alright, I'm rolling some dice. Oh, I can't roll dice. This is a sleeping baby. Someone roll me a d12. Maybe I'm only new to the subclasses for 5e, focus heavily on magic effects. They're also, when you say magical effects, like they're trying to give people more functionality with unique abilities, I think is the main thing. More magical weapons, more unique traits, but like also all the weapons have new traits on them for the martial classes, which is great. I think that kind of counteract that. 6. Adamantine Dragonborn Barbarian with Sinister Axe. Adamantine dragons are like metal all over, right? Like they look like they're made out of steel.
Yeah. I didn't live through the 4th edition debacle, so I don't know if this is completely accurate, but it really feels to me like a lot of people are making out the new edition to be like the kind of egregious step up in complication
Yeah.
that 4E was, and I just don't think it is.
I think 4E would have been successful had virtual tabletops existed at the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Because
that's
4E is really
like,
interesting.
Yeah. And so now that it's there, if you don't mind me, who's the co-host? I'm Rookzer0. With me today is Bluest Druid.
Hi.
Yep. Longtime friend of the show.
Yep.
Much different artist than me. Classical sculptor and painter. It's more Pathfinder than 4E. I think 5.5 is more Pathfinder than 4E, for sure. But I do think 4E's problem was they built a video game and they tried to make it a board game and it was too complex and too long-winded and yeah. So I think they can start bringing some of those elements back, like the once per combats, once per hours, once per days functionality of that was a pain. A pain. Once per turn, once per round, once per what was it? Shoot. Once per combat, I think is the. I might need to look up a adamantine dragon. Do they have a big fin on the top?
I don't know that. To Google.
Yeah. I might be thinking of something else. Oh, good God, that's not That's not what I was thinking of at all.
I don't really look at the adamantine dragon very much.
Oh, I dig that though. That's a big chunky boy. You got a big old jaw.
Oh yeah.
Are you drawing the same character? No. Druid is warming up on. Put this away.
Knight armor, kind of.
And I'm over here. I'm over here drawing the big Giga Chat dragon.
For the longest time that I thought that there was only one platinum dragon, and that was what's his name, the god
Bahamut.
Bahamut?
Bahamut. Yes, thank you.
Hey Corvus.
Hey Corvus.
Hi. I mean, there only is one, isn't there?
I was gonna say I don't. I thought Bahamut was the platinum dragon, but that doesn't mean he doesn't have kids, I guess. Where does this assumption come from, Druid?
I don't know. The little I was told about 5e, I guess.
Okay, so there were platinum dragons in 2e, and in 1e.
And then 5e became just the one.
Well, considering there are apparently only 3 of them.
Okay.
So there's only 3 platinum dragons that have ever been named this. Probably just kind of been retconned out from early stuff.
That could also be the named dragons, right? Like, maybe it makes sense that they're not interested in spreading a ton of platinum dragons around because of the way they are.
Yeah.
Versus like the red dragons, which are a little more grow and consume.
Yeah.
I don't know how many like black dragons there are either. I don't think there's only. I can only think of like 1 or 2.
Platinum dragons were the rarest of the metallics.
Okay.
In fact, most believe that there was only 1 platinum dragon.
There you go.
I may have picked up that Bahamut was the only platinum dragon from Critical Role, actually.
Well, that's his name. That's like his non-copyright infringement name for Critical Role is the Platinum Dragon. I think in like 5e, it's just now canon that there's only 1 Platinum Dragon. That's Bahamut. So.
I like that nose spike. That chin counts as a weapon, yeah. I don't begrudge people for liking different systems. I mean, I like Mouse Guard, and that's a game where you use D6 only and play tiny rodents. Yeah, like that's the biggest like issue that I see that comes up a lot is just not so much that like people like other systems, but people will, I guess, begrudge other people for liking other systems. Like, how can you play that? It's like, because it's fun. Like, you can play multiple systems. You don't have to play just one thing. And people, for some reason, like, back in the day specifically, and maybe the same now, but, like, you know, if you buy all the books, then, yeah, you're going to stick with one system, right? But what we usually did is I would buy one set of books, and my friends would buy a different system. So, like, someone has all the D&D books. I have all the Pathfinder books, and we trade. Like when we want to play. So it's great. Red, welcome in. I never understood why Dungeons and Dragons have lore. Yeah, well, I'm a little confused there too. I mean, most of it is lore. It's storytelling,
Yeah,
right? It's just big storytelling.
It specifically has to do with the settings that are published in like the campaign guides and stuff for individual companies, right? So WotC has theirs, Paizo has theirs.
That's
WotC
another,
has several, in fact.
Yeah, well, yeah. WotC isn't doing anything with most of theirs though.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people see Critical Role and just kind of like, oh yeah, Matt just makes all this stuff up. It's like, yeah, he's a writer, like he writes the stories, right? And so like a lot of people don't have that time or ability to do that. And so I mean, D&D was originally campaign based, like not written by DMs, right?
Yeah.
When it was sold originally, people playing D&D have always made their own stories. Nothing wrong with that. But the core ones that bring everybody together, like can be really fun. Taking your characters and running through a campaign that everybody else has done, and then comparing notes. You know, that kind of fun.
Yep.
Yeah,
Boom of
Warhammer
Annihilation
40K here.
is a classic.
Yeah. Doom Annihilation, Curse of Strahd. It's a classic one for D&D.
Yep.
Rise of the Rune Lords, Pathfinder, Kingmaker.
Yep.
It's also a way for said companies to like pay authors to like write stories as a way of making more money on the side, which is nothing wrong. That's not a bad thing to do.
Yeah, and like I mean, I think even if you didn't pay them, those kind of stories would still happen, right? Like people love fan fiction. People love having a good like a world to write a story in.
Yep.
So I think that just exists. What was this supposed to be? Dragonborn. Shoot.
I lost it all as soon as you said it. As soon as you called him the Dragonborn Giga Chad.
Oh, barbarian with an axe.
So yeah, Giga Chad.
I hope they did mint Pathfinder Adamantine Dragons, because...
Oh, I mean, if not, too bad.
Yep. Because D&Ds are quite a bit different.
Are they? Maybe that's the spiky weird one I was thinking of. Because I thought they were really long and spiny.
That describes a lot of dragons. Especially in like Pathfinder at one point, all of them were long and spiny.
Sure, but if you look at like, okay, is that the purple one you posted there?
Yeah, that's from I think 3rd edition.
Okay, that's closer to what I was thinking of.
Yeah,
but like the difference between like a bearded dragon, which is pokey, and like a hedgehog or a porcupine.
Mm-hmm.
One is pokey, one is spiky. Spiny. If mages need more lore, I have 2. I don't know what that means. I had some room that teleported you with no gear to a ghoul-filled dungeon. Well, that sucks. Oh, Ravenloft had this. Okay. It's still making me comic, I'm not gonna lie. It's really taking me ages to come up with a story. Yeah, that happens. I've conceptualized a lot of comics and not written or drawn any of them. So like I get it.
I haven't
Sometimes
done
it's
with
just fun to
comics,
make characters.
I haven't done it with comics, but I'm currently doing that with video game ideas.
My first iteration of my game was not good, so I have to go back to the drawing board a little bit and try to figure out what is actually fun with towers. So that's where I'm at right now. What makes a tower defense game a tower defense game, you know? And how do I expand upon that?
Or or I guess more specifically, what makes a tower defense game fun for people.
Yeah. Also, do you have a Discord? Yeah, we have a Discord. Should be a link down below, I believe, in the comments. Discord description, yeah. Typically need a tower and then you defend it. Yeah, that's where I'm at. That's where I'm at right now. The main concept of a tower defense game is like leveling up the tower.
Yeah.
And trying to move away from that a little bit.
You don't want to watch Big Number go burr?
Not really. But maybe I need that, you know. The boy just woke up. 1 second. You okay?
Oh, the child has risen.
I think the sad boy is teething again.
Next set of chompers coming in, huh?
Yeah. Very grumpy. Very grumpy. Father, I crave milk. All of his little like chew toys have vanished, and I don't know where they went. All hidden somewhere within the detritus of the room. Oh. Can you see it? Can you see it while I draw?
Probably not.
We'll find out.
Doesn't usually work out for us, but yeah.
What if I lean back? If I lean back in the chair, and I just totally screw up my back. I think I want to change this pose up a little bit. doesn't get scared of the monsters. Oh, I mean, he's good. The amount of weird shit this kid's had to deal with is... We're golden. It's weird. Like, this kid is mostly bulletproof. Like, not really scared of stuff. Deals with most issues, no problem. Can't go to sleep. Just can't functionally go to sleep by himself. Just like, I don't understand, kid. That's better. What is Mage drawing now? Mage?
There is no mage.
Yeah. We got Blue's Druid, and we got Rook. Which is me.
No one here is named mage.
Yeah.
I don't know. Druid's kind of a mage. I wasn't liking the armor suit that I was warming up with, so I switched to a elf ranger.
Sorry, my whole I'm a druid. Got mixed up with the magics. Okay.
Hmm.
Don't you do it. Now his head's really small.
It almost has like a turtle head.
Yeah. I like the body. I like what I've done. It's just too tiny. I think we're also going to do this. Tip it down a little bit. Oh man. Is the baby okay? Oh yeah, he's fine. Like I said, he wakes up sad. Like he wakes up and he realizes there's nobody next to him and he's just like, oh God, I'm alone. And now he's just fine. He's like, oh good. What's up, kid? Yeah, you happy boy now? Mm-hmm. I'm gonna touch the keyboard. Even though you told me not to. I have to have a decoy keyboard now.
We're just putting giant oven mitts on him so it won't really hit the keys.
What if you just tied the child up? Then they wouldn't get into things.
I mean, you ever seen a Native American papoose? That is a legit parenting strategy.
What's the... Sorry, no, I don't want to talk about that. Idaho is still pretty small. And so anytime there's like an actual crime, like a big crime that happens in Idaho, it's the only thing people from Idaho talk about. So much so that like Utah also is kind of added into that.
Yep.
And so there's a weird lady that like put her kids in a closet and it's just like, yep. You know what we don't need to talk about? That. But it comes up every time I go home.
Yep. Although, I did not say tie up the child. I said just put oven mitts on him.
I know. I went to the extreme. Child running around too much? Lead shoes.
Just make sure, yeah, to avoid the law, all you have to do is make sure they don't go anywhere near water.
I wasn't sure what you were gonna say. It's called character building. Yeah. No, dangerous.
I
I was talking to
We-
a family member about like was it gentle parenting or whatever the hell it's called, silent
Yep.
parenting.
Gentle parenting.
Yeah, it just drives me crazy.
It works if you know what you're doing, but all these people who don't know what they're doing are really just caving to their kids.
It's the same thing with like Montessori stuff. It's like Montessori, it can be really powerful, and there's a lot of just kooks out there that.
Yeah.
Treat your 2-year-old like a full-blown adult. Make him get a job. It's like you need to stop. You need to stop.
Yep.
It's a 2-year-old. Let them be a 2-year-old. Gentle parenting means no parenting half the time. I think that's the kind of the problem that I'm having with it right now. Like I get that. I don't want to say we've coddled this kid so far, but like. We haven't done any sleep training yet, which is the problem. Like, he just... Basically, I'm going to have to, one day, just decide, okay, today's going to suck for you. Best of luck in your crib until you just tire yourself out, right? Like, we've never done that because we haven't needed to, and now we're kind of at the point where we need to. It's just like... He's easy to comfort. He likes to eat. He's healthy, and I'm happy. He just doesn't want to take a nap. And he gets cranky. Just like his mama.
Shots fired.
Shots fired. Yeah, I was talking about gentle parenting. It's just like my parents were good
Well,
parents. My parents were good parents, but like I got spanked a lot. I got yelled at a lot. And it's just like, I don't want to do that. But also, gentle parenting doesn't work. So it's like, there's got to be a middle ground. Kid
It doesn't work on a child, on like a little baby.
Exactly. Like, no amount of yelling or punishing a 1-year-old is going to do anything. Except make them scared. And so it's like...
Exactly.
So...
That's the thing. All that stuff doesn't matter at this current moment.
Yeah.
When he's maybe almost 2, it will start mattering.
And that's fair. I saw a really good little like TikTok short. There's a guy that I watch from time to time who talks about people with like ADHD and neurodivergent people. And he seems pretty poignant about it, but he was basically saying like gentle parenting feels like it's not doing anything, but really what you should be doing is treating them like adults in a way that will help them be prepared to deal with people later in life. And it's like, okay, that makes sense, right? Like, so if you're always treating them like you're an authoritarian figure, they're always going to treat everybody else they meet like they're their boss or you're their boss. And so it's like, yeah, no, you have to set boundaries, but you also have to teach them how to interact with people. And it's like, yeah, okay, I feel like maybe that's what I didn't get. Like, a lot of my learning how to deal with people came from, you know, dealing with older siblings, older cousins. And I don't know if this kid's gonna have that, so it's like, we'll have to figure it out. And part of it's gonna be making you learn how to go to sleep by yourself, kid.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
The gentle parenting stuff I've seen that actually makes sense to me and that I believe might actually work is stuff that talks about, it's basically like just remember that your kid doesn't know how to be a person yet.
Yeah.
And so what you're trying to do is teach them how to be a functional adult. And as long as you're understanding about what they do and don't know yet, and teach them that, and don't get mad at them over stuff they shouldn't know, then you're doing it correctly. As soon as you start capitulating whenever they throw a tantrum, you're doing it wrong and you're making the next generation of Karens.
It's like that one video, TikTok shorts thing that me and Rook has sent to each other a million times, of this woman who I believe she's a kindergarten teacher. It's like,
Yeah. Gentle parenting your
Talk-
like aunts and uncles.
Yeah. And like that's very much like how I think of gentle parenting. Like, so it's like,
No, that's an inside thought. We don't say those things out loud because they hurt people.
Yeah.
you know,
I think you're right.
It's
I mean,
like,
I think that
use
is right.
your
You
words.
need to explain feelings, right? To
Yeah,
anybody.
yeah.
Like, there's a lot of adults that still need that. It's like,
Yep.
hey, we don't have to be assholes to people, please. Huh?
Mhm.
Did he say Papa? No. We would
I
try to
haven't heard
teach him
say
Papa.
anything.
Like, say Papa, and like, and he can say Mama and Dada, but like never to anybody, right? It's just like Mama, Mama, Ma. Da 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 da. It's like, where's Mama? And he's just like, I don't give a shit. It's like, oh, okay.
Not the moment he did them.
Sounds don't mean anything to him yet.
He can sign language milk. He did that today, which was cool.
Cool.
Good job.
Yeah, the school I worked with, some of the teachers were really good at it, others were not. Almost also, all the classes know like a little bit of sign language, like yes and no.
This kid's getting cranky. Cranky baby. I want to play on the screen. If I let you draw on the screen, then in 5 minutes when I take it away, you will lose your shit, and I don't want to deal with that. So we're not going to do that right now. You can draw later. I didn't get to draw the axe, but I think I need to draw something else. So I'm going to put that guy there. Sign language is great. Yeah, it's been really neat doing that. And it's also like really fast to learn. Like I'm learning it pretty quick, which is awesome. I need another D12 rolled. Doing all the alphabets. Doing A, B, C, D, E,
5.
F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. I didn't sing it, and he was very confused. He's like, what's going on? Why are you doing this to me? Sorry. A wizard that is a book and has a person as a spell book.
2 characters, but I appreciate the hustle.
Sentient spell book. Can do.
That is a wizard subclass in 5e.
Does the book, like, are the spells written on the person? How would this work?
No. All right. So, the sentient spellbook was the thing that I was referring.
No,
it's called the
sorry.
order.
I mean, about this suggestion. So,
Oh.
if the human is supposed to be the spell book, how does that mechanically, or like, I get how it physically works, but like, flavorfully, how does that work? Does the spell book pay money and then the person learns the spell? Does he have to like recite it back to the book? Dante from Wyvern.
Is it all tattooed on the human?
Yeah. Does he have to write it on the person?
Or is it like the Witch's Familiar in 2e, where Pathfinder, where like the familiar just learns the spells, and through magical connection you learn them as well.
Quick, read my pages. I kind of like that idea, though. They need the person to actually cast the spells. Read me. Okay, kid. Nope. This is bad. When you start throwing yourself like that, you're going to hit the desk. So I'm going to put you on the floor. You're going to be mad. And that's too bad. Yeah. Oh, no.
All right, I'm ready to roll as well.
Are we still? Well, never mind. You can roll your own dice.
Yep. Yeah, I can roll dice. 7. A Japanese lich died via self-mummification, wears kimono, phylactery is a tobacco pipe. He's friendly, so give him a living dog. Shibu Inu. Japanese Buddhist mummy with a loaf of bread. Got it.
Oh, that's a corgi.
I think Shiba look more like loaves of bread personally. I realize that their legs are taller. And they've got more attitude, and they've got the curly tails. And they don't loaf as much, but
Yep, you're really not selling it here.
you're right. I'm talking myself out of it, actually, is how it's happening, so...
He's got like this big truck that came with a whole bunch of like plastic balls that you put in it.
Mm-hmm.
And usually I can't find the balls. Today, I found all 3 of them, and I can't find the truck. I don't understand how the world works.
That's how kids be.
Sorry, what are you drawing?
Number 7. The Japanese lich priest
Oh yeah.
died via self-mummification. Kimono, phylactery, tobacco pipe, and Shibu Inu.
I was kind of excited to draw that one, but I'm
Oh.
glad.
I'm sorry.
No, hey, that's not how this works. The dice gods decide. I've played a ranger that has had a human companion, like a horse ranger. That was really funny.
Mm-hmm.
And like the sentient weapon is still so much fun. I love convincing people to play sentient weapons. The sentient spellbook, I think, could be a really fun combo too. Really, you just playing combo characters is fun. You should just do that more. Maybe that'll be my next video.
Why you should play 2 rat folk in a trench coat.
Yep. I already did that one.
You did also already do a why you should play sentient weapons.
Mm-hmm.
I really loved liked the Minotaur in that one. Yeah, you haven't seen it? Go watch it. It's good.
I made that last video because I was getting a little upset with some of Kevin and my friend Lars's NPCs. And I was just like,
Yeah.
and so I wrote it out. I just wrote a script and I did it and I sent it to them yesterday. And they're like, yeah, that helps a lot. I was like, cool, okay. Like just for them understanding what I want out of NPCs.
Whether or not they will apply that, it's a different story.
You live so dangerously, kid. He climbed up this little like wooden ladder I have next to my desk. He got all the way to the top, and then he just let go of both hands, like, "What now, Dad?" It's like, eat it. It's like, okay, you're gonna get yourself killed, and I don't like it.
Not watermelon.
I had to move it because I had my desk set up like this. I got a big wooden desk that I built, and and I put my keyboard here so I can draw. And I put the climbing tower here. I guess it would be this way, so that he couldn't climb up and get on my desk. And so then, in the course of like 2 seconds, he pulls some Ninja Warrior bullshit. He's got his hands here. Yep, here he goes again. And he's got his little feet over here, and he's just like, "Look at me, I'm stuck now." It's like, you were gonna kill him. You cannot climb up on the desk. Nope, that's too dangerous. I'm very impressed that you could do that, but you can't do it. Nope. You upset now? That was impressive. You're real good at climbing. Yeah. You're real good at climbing. I need to build a jungle gym this weekend or so. Bought a bunch of 1-inch dowels and some wood, so just gotta do it. Just gotta do it. What is a combo character? My party keeps thirsting over the big bad guys. Well, you keep asking. I don't want to call you out here, Bionic, but you keep asking me to draw big burly barbarians. So maybe not so burly.
If your players have a type and their type is daddy, maybe
Yeah, maybe
like,
make it a mommy. Maybe make it a mommy big baddie.
you could. Yeah, if you don't want them to thirst after your characters, there is a solution, and the solution is don't play to their appetite.
Kid, I don't understand what you want. You just want me to hung upside down? Yeah? Ah! Oh, is that a new tooth? I'm thinking about it. Oh, down you go. Oh, ah! They're bisexual disasters.
As a bisexual disaster, I can relate.
Here's what you do. This is going to be really bad. Make the big bad them. Use their same name, their exact description, and just start pulling stuff like from their life. But do it tastefully. Don't be mean about it, right? Ay. What's up? You want the chopstick? Or worse yet, make it their parents. No one. It is I, Mr. I need a random name.
Lindsey Graham.
Mr. Graham. My brain immediately went to Garfield for some reason, and I'm like,
John Arbuckle.
yeah. Yeah, you cannot come up here. No. I pick you up and you want me to put you on the floor, and I put you on the floor and then you get mad and want me to pick you up. What's going on? Are you hungry? Let's go see if you want some more food. Come on. Right back.
I'll be here. I'm going to have to figure out this hand. The way these pipes are held is fun to draw, sure.
I like this. I like that we can communicate now. This makes me very happy. No name, welcome in. I'm drawing a sentient spellbook, and Druid is drawing a samurai lich? Is that what it was? Corgi lich?
Yeah. But a Shinto priest lich, basically.
Gotcha. Kid, please don't put your feet on the drawing tablet. Milk. Block Prime, starting my session 1 on my campaign. Wish me luck. Yeah, best of luck. I hope the NPC video helped. Remember to think about your adversaries, your plants, and your townsfolk. There are more like variations of that, but like I think the biggest thing that I wanted to get across to people is like you need those three things to be those three things. like all murder hoboing comes when those three things start like blending together and not being consistent. It drives me up the wall. Hello, I'm your best friend, but I'm going to turn you into the bad guy for no reason. It's like... But I do also think that, like, that also is how you get good writing, right? Like,
Yeah.
when the plant is forced to do something bad, and you let the players know that, and then you feel like you have to help them, that's great, right? It doesn't feel like you're betrayed. Elliot, hello. Happy birthday last week, thank you. I appreciate that. Didn't know you could reply to these messages. Oh, neat. Let me turn off the ads here. Dadu. There we go. Everyone thank Elliot for that. The stream has been paid for and... What's the other word I'm looking for? Sponsored, I guess? Did you have a little mini commission I can add to this spell book? Or mini suggestion? And thank you for the birthday wishes. Welcome in, by the way. Can I add a suggestion? Yeah, no name, you're welcome to. Oh, it's right here. Okay, Necromancer using powerful magic stones to alter his summoning form. Mega evolution Pokemon style. That's pretty funny. A stone wizard. 2 massive clackers. It's on the list. Hold off on it for now. Busy logging out to get lunch. Okay, no problem. Yeah, when you come back, let me know. Oh no. How do I... Spacebar? There we go. By the way, Doom is $2 right now. Like the original game? Please wait. It is it? Please someone tell me if it can't be added because I hear anything right now. Currently sitting in public transport. Yes, we added it. It's on the list. Did I accidentally mute myself? Or has Drew just been quiet?
I've just been quiet. I'm focusing. I've got 12 tabs open and reference, and he's jumping back and forth between all of them.
So what you're saying is this person gets a free commission.
Pretty much. It is definitely going that direction.
I have a funny child story if people care. So I have a big art clipboard. One of these bad boys that like has the two clips, right? And so it takes like big pieces of paper. So I put like two 11 by 17 pieces and tape them on there so like you can draw on them. And what he did for the first like 2 weeks of me doing that is he would take all of his crayons, stick them in the holes in the clips, and then snap the crayons in half. Just keep sticking them in there and breaking the crayons. So all of his tiny crayons are broken. I had to buy him the big chunky crayons, so he wouldn't do that. And yesterday he was drawing, and I was working, and I was watching him, and he's drawing, and then he like stuck his finger in the hole, and then like
Oh no!
and got stuck. He's like, help! And I had to walk over there, and like he didn't actually like shove it in really far. He just like monkey pawed himself because he stuck it in the hole and then couldn't get his finger out. And, he's obsessed. He's obsessed with like trying to plug stuff into things, and it's really funny. So he'll grab like USB cables and like, I want to plug this in. It's like, okay, I have to fill all of the electrical sockets with baby-proof plugs now, which I already had done, but most of them. It's super weird what kids get obsessed with.
Yep. I mean, it's also super weird what adults become obsessed with.
That's true too. By Doom you mean
It's
the
just
remake?
punch.
Which one are we talking about?
What?
So there's Doom, and then there's Doom 2, and then there's Doom was it 2013 or something for the Xbox? And then there's maybe it's just Doom 2000. Jesus, I don't remember. And then there's Doom with the Doom guy. And then there's the Doom of that. 2. I think there's a third one, right? There's a new Doom that just came out.
Is there? I don't know.
And then whatever the new one is, it's like medieval Doom. Which is interesting. I think they said the only gun that is the same is the shotgun. Which, you can't have Doom without a shotgun, so good on them. But I'm amped up for a battle axe. I went down a rabbit hole the other day. Like, this was, I guess, a long time ago, but to actually, like, I wanted to get the Doom lore. And there's, like, 2 or 3 hour long videos talking about it. It's just like, holy crap. Like, I did not realize it was this complicated. Like, that is bonkers. Maybe the Doom movie with The Rock. That could be the 2000 thing. Is it Doom 2016?
What happened to my brush opacity control?
They're all good. All the Doom movies are Doom movies. The Doom
The
Doom
franchise?
games are good, yeah. And the movie wasn't terrible, it just wasn't amazing.
I mean, it was pretty hokey, but like, given Doom as a video game franchise, that felt pretty on point to
Yeah.
me, so.
Like when they went into Doom mode, or like the game mode. It was like, yeah, that's funny and gimmicky. That's fine. Whatever. Yeah, it's on sale. Okay.
There it is.
I still listen to the Doom soundtrack. It's super good.
Nostalgia. Corvus, to represent death, is the kimono supposed to be tied left over right or right over left?
Oh no. Is it death based? I thought it was gender based.
It might be both.
I think gender based male is left over right. I think. Because then you can stick your swords in it. Corvus would know though, so we'll have to wait until he gets back.
Or I'll just ask Google, since Corvus is not here. In Japanese tradition, when dressing a deceased person for burial, the kimono is tied with the right side over the left, while living people always wear the kimono with the left side over the right.
Ah, interesting. Who is Corvus? Corvus is someone else in the chat right now.
Yep.
Corvus is one of our moderators. Another good friend of the show. I just like saying friend of the show. It's funny.
He's basically our lore keeper.
Lore keeper. Lore librarian.
Yeah, he knows more about like the esoteric of more game systems than either Rook or I. He's also a religious scholar and really loves like mythology and what's the
Cryptids?
I mean, yes, he does like. I
mean, that's folklore, right? Like that's I think it's the same kind of thing.
Yeah,
so.
folklore and mythologies and
esoterica.
I'm trying to think. Yeah, what's the archaeologist but for culture?
Oh, anthropology.
Yes, anthropology. He was on here a little bit earlier, and he chimed in about the Platinum Dragon thing. If you were here for that, that's who that was. He's got a thick Southern accent. And,
Corvus is one of them people that when he reads something, his brain remembers it, and I can't do that. So we definitely need Corvus.
My brain can remember stuff, but only stuff it likes.
Should I make stitches? I feel like I should make stitches. It feels very Necronomicon-ish if I do that, but that's fine. We'll just do it. Do you recommend this, or should I get a whiteboard like Miro? Oh, sorry. Hold on. Let me back up. I was thinking about using a joint drawing program to play Quiet Year. What is Quiet Year? I don't know what that is. Which is
Quiet
a map
Year
drawing
is
game where you get prompts from a playing card list. Oh, yeah. Whiteboards like Miro are good. Aggie would work pretty well for that though, because you can drag and drop stuff here, and you can draw. If you have a tablet, I would suggest this over Miro. If you don't have a tablet, Miro might be better, because I think Miro is going to handle dragging and dropping stuff into it better, but it will not handle drawing as well. So it kind of depends on what you want to use.
This is Magma Studio, formerly Aggie.io, and it is totally free to use. So.
Maybe you should add 2 eyes. Is it? I don't. This wasn't your suggestion, was it? Green. I don't think it was. I like the single eye, so I'm going to keep it for this one. But if this was your suggestion, someone's suggestion, I don't mind doing little alterations. I think the game is in Discord. Yeah. Even Discord does have a whiteboard, but I would stream in Discord, and then I would use Aggie. I think that's a smart way to do it. You can only make the screen so big, but I haven't had a problem with it being like running out of space, you know.
Yeah, it really is. It really is pretty big. We've had 4 or 5 people drawing on one of these at the same time.
Yeah, there's a few like public ones that have like 20 or 30 people drawing at a time. There is a limit to it for the paid version, but I think it is like 12 people or something. So before you have to pay for it is what I'm saying. Like 12 people at a time before you have to start paying for it. And I don't think we've ever had close to that, so I wouldn't worry about it.
All right, I got to get this hand in, and I got to get this Shiba in.
Hey, I'm looking for a Pathfinder 2 game. Know anyone who has a group to play in? I don't have any specific people that have open games, but there is a spot in the Discord that you're welcome to look for games. If that makes sense. Unfortunately, most of the time those only happen when someone decides they want to DM and they're looking for players. So
Yeah.
If you are looking to host a game, I'm sure there are lots of people that would want to play.
Yeah. The Discord is unfortunately full of introverts, so.
Yep. Otherwise, my suggestion would be go to the Pathfinder 2nd Edition Discord, go to the D&D Discord. Yeah, and they constantly have looking for groups. So I would definitely do that.
I'm back.
Hey, welcome back.
Welcome back. We had a question for you. I forgot what it was. I think we answered it though. It was the kimono.
Yeah, well, I looked it up. I needed to know which side of the body in Shinto tradition the kimono is tied on for burial rites.
Probably left side?
Yeah,
That is correct.
that is
Because
correct.
left is always evil. Bastards.
Cursed left-handies.
No. Curse righties for blaming left-handed people for everything.
What color of eye should we do here? I'm thinking like orangish. Earlier, someone asked, "What's a combo character?" And I forgot that I didn't get to answer that because the kid distracted me. A combo character is when you basically build a character with another player in mind. A good example of this is like Jump Rope and I love making duo characters, which is kind of what I'm talking about more. And so it's either two characters that work off of each other or complement each other. So like we had Shank and Pummel that were goblins, and Shank was a rogue and Pummel was a barbarian, and they would just like Pummel would run in, try to grapple somebody, and then Shank would run up behind that person and stab him. And that was the entire build, right? Everything we had focused on those two things. And eventually you get like teamwork feats that you both get bonuses to doing additional things, or like make attacks of opportunity better and grappling better, and not attacks of opportunity. I said attacks of opportunity. What was the word I'm looking for? Flanking. Getting flanking better. And so
Combat maneuver bonus.
yeah, combat maneuver bonuses and stuff. That kind of thing is really fun. Like just sitting down with someone else and designing a combo team is really, really fun. And yeah, I really like doing that. And so that's why like having a sentient weapon can be really fun if someone else is playing the fighter that wields it, right? Like that's super fun. Or if you're playing a ranger, have somebody else be your ranger companion, or like I said, like a horse. Someone's a horse, someone's a ranger, and they just each do individual thing. And I've talked about this before in like shorts and things, but for the most part, the easiest way to do that is either if you're playing like a ranger and a familiar, you either roll them as one character, so it's just you just have one person controlling each part of it, or you roll two characters like the horse and the fighter that is its ranger companion, and you just count them as two characters, right? So to keep the balancing correct, you decide whether or not you want the secondary person to be part of the main character or a completely individual character, and then the DM has to decide, okay, so now the CR for the party is either 1 or 2. Does that make sense? So Pathfinder has teamwork feats. Yeah, Pathfinder does have teamwork feats, which are really lackluster, unfortunately. Which is why, like, you have to sit down with someone and be like, hey, let's do this thing, to make those really worthwhile. Classic Wolverine, Colossus fastball special, yeah. Go ahead.
Or B, I think it's a brawler. I think they're allowed to use teamwork feats without needing someone else to take them.
There's two versions of that where I think one of them is a brawler, which is the fighter, right?
Yeah, it's a fighter monk combo.
And then there's another, I think there's a fighter cavalier type that lets you give teamwork feats to other people. So
and I think maybe the Inquisitor does? I could be wrong.
It could be the Inquisitor, which is a weird, like, cavalier variant kind of thing. That could be what I'm thinking of, because, like, I always put those together in my head. Inquisitor gets teamwork feats for free as well. Okay, that might be what I'm thinking of then.
Yeah, because the Inquisitor is like a ranger cleric thing.
Yeah. But super fun. And some of the teamwork feats let you do things like, what were some of the cool ones? Basically, I think one of them is like, if your team is flanking, you count as flanking. That was a really cool one. There's another one I think where you can give people defense just for standing next to them, which is like, there's another feat that does that anyways, and so it's like that was always the problem with teamwork feats, is they weren't ever worth both people taking the feat, right?
Yeah,
because the other person, you're losing 2 feats to get one ability, and they just weren't powerful enough. So maybe you could check the previous comment I made. Sorry if that's bothering. That's just an add-on. Green liquid. I don't remember which one was yours. Was yours the tell you what. Rewrite your prompt the way, like, so, one sentence, make it race, class, and then a very brief description, and then I'll edit your post. And if we can do that before the next time I roll. So, and I'll add it on there.
Oh.
Shiba really do just look like living cartoon characters.
Yeah, right.
It took me a moment to figure out what you were talking about. Like, oh, the doggos.
It's the same thing with is it the short hairs, the Scottish folds? They just look like stuffed animals.
Yeah.
They look like someone felted a cat.
Huh.
It's like, oh god, it's a real cat. What happened? Did you trap yourself?
Ow.
Good job, you did it.
I'm drawing the Shiba and I can hear it in my mind.
The Shiba's freaking out at the vet. Wow, 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 wow. The book is reminding me of Pointy Hat. Yeah, I guess so. Pointy Hat's got the one big eye, doesn't it? Pointy Hat drives me crazy. I need to see if I can get a hold of Pointy Hat.
It's because like they're so new and they have such a wider audience than you.
Yeah, I mean they're really good artists. I love the stuff they draw. It's such a cool style. It's very much like it's what I wish my style was sometimes. Like it's just clean, right? It's very clean, clean and brushed, which is great, and I think they do a good job with that. And their videos I'm not a huge fan of. I haven't watched a lot of them, and yeah, they have the same style of video I do, but they do it differently enough, and people love it. And it's just like, damn it, what am I doing wrong? So
you're not using enough clips of memes.
Yep, I think that's part of it. That, and I still do the like, because I show my art process every time. Like that's basically not a. There's only a handful of really successful channels that do that, and so it's like I could just do more art. Oh, geez, kid, you all right?
Nope.
That was really funny looking from my perspective, but I bet it didn't feel good. He just tripped over the, like when you step on a rake. He did that with his little like food tray.
Oh.
And just launched food everywhere.
I bet that was funny.
Sorry, kid. That was really funny. Yeah, I'll be right back, everybody. Okay.
Oh, stupid boy. Oh, stupid boy.
All right. Hands. Gotta do these hands.
Catch these hands.
On the plus side, it's gonna be very skeletal. That will make it much easier. Because I can draw the bones very easily, but the flesh of the hand is what always trips me up. That's part of the kimono of the bride.
God, I hate Pathfinder. They never let me take all the feats I want.
I know. There's always, I mean, they have so many feats. There's
Like, I
so
want to
much
multi-class.
customization.
I want to play a monk who multi-classes into monk, so I can just get more monk feats. And it specifically has to be monk because the martial artist doesn't have the feats that I want.
So what you're saying is we're gonna now do a whole new alternate rule set where it's both the bonus archetype and you also get not only your base class, but you also every even level get whatever get to choose from the archetype of your base class.
I would love that. Because, like, the thing is, so my current character that I'm, like, working on is a water monk. Because they release a bunch of water feats with the monk due to this new monastery. That's not new. It recently re-emerged from the bottom of the ocean. And so there's, like, two new stances that I really want to play with: the flood stance and the waterfowl stance. Hence why I was asking you about swords earlier.
Yep.
And I was like, okay, I want those feats because that's the easiest part, to get those 2 feats, especially if
Yep.
I'm playing a human. However, I also want key spells, like inner upheaval, and it's just like I can't take everything, and it's so frustrating. Because like, would really love inner upheaval, which is key strike, but give it a different name.
Yeah.
So I was like thinking, do I then sacrifice one stances that I want to try to get the key spells, or just forego the key spells? I am unsure. Sorry, I am not just bitching about too many options.
It's fine. Yeah. You know, they do it specifically so you have to play more and build more characters.
Oh, totally. Assholes.
How dare they make a game with so much customizability?
I think it would probably been a little bit easier if they, like, I don't know, made an archetype for this school, which they kind of do, but like it doesn't have a lot to it. It's called the Student of Perfection, and like it gets a few focus spells, but like I don't know. Let me look at it.
Okay, I'm back.
Welcome back.
I had to change.
I was just bitching.
James the Catboy, welcome in. What were you bitching about?
Pathfinder.
And too much cool stuff.
And not letting me take everything that I would love to take.
The feed tax is real.
Yep. I was talking about the water monk that I'm thinking of, and how I want to try playing with the 2 new stances, which that's the easy part. But I also would love to have some key spells, and that's where it's like I can't take all the new feats and take the key spells at the same time. Not like they conflict with each other. It's just
Not enough.
I don't have enough access to feats for that. And so that's the only issue. Is like I don't have enough, and you can't multi-class into your base class. As far as I know, you can't. Like, it wouldn't be too rough if like the martial artist archetype had some of these feats, but it doesn't. So it's like it has to be pure monk. The taking dedication. Never mind,
Sorry, I got a phone call.
Stuff.
Is it wrong of me to want to waste the time of people that just cold call me asking for stuff?
No.
No. Does it make you petty? A little bit, but that's fine.
They're wasting your time. Why can't you waste theirs?
Exactly.
Okay. Green liquid, I've added that to the list for you. Everybody's moving to Mathfinder. Random question, Rook. Do you know what Danganronpa is by chance, or is that not your preferred kind of media? I know what it is. I do not like it. But I'll explain. I'll explain myself. The only real experience I have with Danganronpa is the Game Grumps playing it, and they play it for like their long form content, and when they do, I don't watch. It's just not something I'm into for some reason. I have some friends that really like it, but it's a lot of exposition. It's a lot of exposition. That's a bit. It's just too much for me. Did you have a question about it or something to add for it? I need another D12 roll, please.
8. Listrid wants to roll.
No. Are you kidding? I am ocupado.
Necromancer using powerful magic stones to alter his summon forms. We're drawing the Pokemon Summoner.
Nice.
Pokemon Necromancer.
With like a swarm of iron stones flying around them.
Yep. Kid, I hear you playing with the great. I'm not happy about this. I might have to run it. Correct this behavior. I personally can't play it myself. Farthest I've ever gotten in a playthrough was the first game. Was right up to where they revealed the first death. But the reason I ask is I need to get your opinion on something in reference to the game. Okay. Go for it. Hey, what are you doing? We don't play We're just drawing undead things today, apparently. I guess it's the necromancer, not a lich.
Undead adjacent.
Yeah. We need more necromantic Pokemon trainers.
We need more John Hammond necromancers.
Yep.
Man, I wish all the fossils were ghost instead of rock.
That would actually be really cool. I need to know whether one of my characters that I made into an OC for it looks too cute to be serious. Based on what she looks like, not the art style. Posted in the art share, I guess?
That's an interesting thing to say because like Danganronpa is a pretty cutesy game.
Yeah. I mean, the teddy bear dude is just pop art pornography, right?
Yeah. And an absolute piece of shit of a character.
Which I think is the intent,
Yeah, yeah.
right? Make him super
100%.
cute and cuddly, and then he's like the most hated thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the creature from Madoka Magica.
Yeah.
If anyone knows that reference.
Is that the weird cat?
Actually.
With the weird rings around its ear?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. evil to the core. Like it's the big bad of the anime. Spoilers for like almost a 12-year-old anime. So
I was watching a different anime show about witches.
uh-huh.
I watched the first episode, and then the next one played. It played the next episode, but it started playing episode 2 of that show, and I was just like, where the fuck did these cats come
Weird.
from? But I didn't realize that it was a different show for the first, like, 10 minutes. Because I was just like, hold on a minute. You can put it in the art share, you can put it in work in progress, either way, it's fine. I'm trying to give this guy like a weird shaped coat, and it's not working out. Hold on a second. We're gonna try this again. Bum 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 bum. Yeah. Too many enemies about witches. That's all I gotta say.
I only know of one. I mean, that's a lot. I guess you could argue all magical girl anime are a little bit.
Yeah, that's
witchy.
kind of where I was getting at. It's more that there's just a shit ton of magical girl animes out there, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that.
They are very funny
I've only
as,
watched 2 of them.
as a genre as a whole.
Now it's Sailor Moon and Card Captors.
Yeah, I despised Sailor Moon. I managed to watch some of Card Captors, but that was mostly because I liked the cards. I really
Kid, you're
didn't
real
want to
quiet.
do
What's
this, but
going
I'm
on?
gonna have to fully color then.
Hi, kid. Close. That was pretty cool. Good job. Yeah, that was neat. You need more water? How you doing? You doing alright? Climbing? Doing the art chair? Is she too cute for the Danganronpa universe? I feel like they need more. What's the word I'm looking for? They need like a two-toned jacket. Or like weird shit in their hair. Oh, I think it's fine. I think it's good.
I don't think they're too cute for the Danganronpa universe. Maybe just a little bit too simple.
Yeah, that's kind of like you need to make them a little more edgy.
only.
But I think it's good. I think it's fine. I think it'd be, depending on how you want to play the character too, would make total sense. Because like some of the characters in that show are just like guy in shirt. It's like okay.
Yep. Very easy to tell who the main characters are in certain anime.
Yeah.
Like Yu-Gi-Oh. You'll never know who. There's no way of not knowing who Yugi is in that show. It's like, it's the kid with the ridiculous haircut and
Yeah.
leather pants.
Kid, what is going on? What's going on here? Are you hungry?
Plus,
Or do you just want to touch stuff?
2 feet each episode.
Okay. What's going on?
I first thought that Yugi was
I'll be right back.
what Japanese people thought American high school goth kids were.
No.
Yeah, I know. I got over it, but that's what I thought it was. He was supposed to be at first.
I thought Yugi was like a 40-year-old man trapped in a kid's body.
Eh,
That's what I thought the show was about. And they're like no,
Kind of.
he's got an ancient soul, and it's like, what? Yeah, he's an old man. Some weird pharaoh trapped in a kid's body, and he has to play cards for some reason against Iron Man. I've never watched Yu-Gi-Oh.
I was gonna say, like, that's like a poorly explained version of what happens in Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah, the thing is, it's not wrong, but it's also not right.
Yeah. So
My
like,
only real, what was the other one? Like, I loved watching Saturday morning cartoons, so I did it all the time. I didn't have cable, so it was like I was at the mercy of whatever was on. But if Yu-Gi-Oh was on, I would just go do something else. And so sometimes I would catch like the first or last 5 minutes of the show because I was watching something else that was on around it. And that's what I picked up from it. Like I remember for some reason one of the show they had to play the game but like on a motorcycle. It's just like, why is that the additional?
Why is
Like-
that the complication?
Yeah, because it's not like people they're racing, right? They're still
Nope.
fighting with the cards. Just like
because they needed the new gimmick for Yu-Gi-Oh! 5 Days, which was a separate. There were like 3 or 4 series that are based around Yugi, and then the rest of them are all just spin-offs
sure,
and not related to him at all.
you stop. I'll be right back. It's kids.
I liked Yu-Gi-Oh! GX out of the spin-off. It was nice.
I did not watch any of the spin-offs.
It's like if Yu-Gi-Oh! Meets Hogwarts, but better.
Oh, interesting. I think I
Is it-
only watched like through the. It may have only even been the first season, but I watched to the point where Yugi shows off against Pegasus on his island.
Mm-hmm. So like the final episode of that.
Yeah, of that arc, I guess. And then I think I caught another episode or 2 here or there of like a season after that, but I could not tell you for the life of me what happened.
Yeah. So when I was growing up, a lot of people watched Pokemon. I never had the opportunity to watch Pokemon for some reason. It would just never come on my TV. So what I always ended up watching was Digimon and Yu-Gi-Oh! The 2 other shows that no one really like talked about at my school.
Yeah,
So it's just
I
like,
like Digimon, but that was we didn't like. It was poor kids Pokemon. It always felt like to me, which I was totally fine with, right? Like I like Pokemon.
Yep.
I was like, yeah, Digimon's it's different. It's like Pokemon, but different.
Yep.
So I know. Asked to make an attempt at uploading her design, but no fan character rule. That's a different one. Yeah, I tend not to want to do that just because then I'm drawing someone else's character on stream. That would have to be like a commissioned thing. But it'd be a small commission, right? Like, it'd have to be its own stream. You okay? Yeah, if someone asked for like a Danganronpa style thing, I'd probably not want to do that.
Yeah.
Like
how you
that's
used
the
to get
biggest thing, right?
asked
It's like I
for-
try not to do requests that are copying other people's styles,
Yeah.
which is one of the big reasons for the fan art thing, anyways.
You used to get a lot of like, I want this, but in JoJo style.
Yeah. What are we drawing? We're drawing a necromancer and a lich. I really
Where'd you
thought
put
it
the
was a
dog on?
lich that was a dog. I must have misread that. I am feeding the boy now, right? And so I'm gonna have to. I'm occupado for a minute.
Yep. I'm coloring, so
Oh, you were eating a lot today, kid. What's going on?
But yeah, I guess going back to Digimon, I don't know. I think I always liked it more than Pokemon because it was less. It felt less childlike. It's still very kid show based,
Yeah.
but it's like I don't know. The designs were a little bit more like,
More BDSM.
well, sure, but like I mean, like for like a broader audience of people, like you have very kid-oriented Digimon, and you have like teenage
Yeah.
era like looking Digimon.
I think the
was
thing
like,
I liked about it the most was like the I could be wrong about this, but I think Digimon was had a lot more of the different evolution, like because it was all progressive. Where in Pokemon it was like, here's a Pokemon that might turn into one or two things.
Yep.
Whereas the Digimons, it was more of like the Super Saiyan thing, right? Where they just kept getting weirder and weirder.
Yeah.
And so that was just different, and I liked that it was different.
It's also I liked because it was never like a permanent thing, because it's like they're not real living creatures. They're digital code.
Yeah.
So it's like it doesn't.
I remember, like, I
there
think the
was-
first season, the first bad guy was like a monkey that threw gears at people, and it's just
Oh,
like,
yeah.
what is happening?
oh my.
You okay?
I think one of the seasons that I really, or Digimon series I really liked, I don't remember if it had a special name or anything, but it really delved into the fact that the Digimon are computer code, and that computer code can have viruses.
Oh yeah, that was really fun.
I was like, that was just really interesting. I was like, there are virus Digimon.
What was the other one? The Monster Hunter, Monster Rancher. That was a weird
Monster.
one too. Yeah.
Is that the one with the like yellow Cyclops dude?
Yeah, it was a really cool concept because like it was the PlayStation game wanted you to put other CDs in the game to make creatures, and that was just a cool idea. And I think they did it later with like scanning QR codes and barcodes and stuff.
I didn't know it was based on the game.
Yeah, or well, one way or the other. I'm not sure which.
Yeah. Okay.
But,
Chicken and egg situation.
yeah.
It's weird because Digimon very much was a like game to sell stuff, obvious or show to sell stuff, of course.
Yeah, I
Like
mean, it
a
was
lot of, like-
Tamagotchi, the TV show, right? Like,
Yep.
But it's just like I never saw a lot of like Digimon toys.
they
I
were
had one,
they were pretty.
and it
lame.
was just super like rare to find any of them. It's just like a lot of it was just Pokemon and Power Rangers.
Yeah, I remember seeing a few of them. Like they had the figures of all the transformations and the little transformations and like the main characters, which were great. I love the way the characters were designed because they looked like Mickey Mouse. Just giant gloves and huge heads.
Yep. Super long arms for some of them, like
Mhm.
the Devil Digimon.
Yeah. And then they sold the little, like I said, like the Tamagotchi things. They were just keychain toys, and I think that was the biggest problem. Is that like the technology that was at the time was just lame. It was just like, it's like I could get this cool Digimon. I remember some of my cousins having those, or I could get like the actual Tamagotchi. And I had a Pikachu one that I got for Christmas one year. That was pretty neat. But
Yeah.
yeah.
I remember getting one when I was real little, because I'm the baby of this trio at the moment. It was like, I don't know, a 2-inch tall Agumon, that little dinosaur one from the first series.
Yeah,
Are you sure it
And,
wasn't
like-
a wasn't a Gon?
No. But like he had like a few things that would like, he had like a skull plate that you could just stick on his head that would turn him into like Greymon. I was like,
Yeah.
That's funny.
Will you
Even
give
though
me
it didn't have
kisses?
the blue stripes.
Jude, I think you drew the next shady informant for the party. Yeah, there you go. Test. No name. I think I've been responding to what you're saying. So, a necromancer with stones. Yeah, that's what I'm drawing right now. So, never got into
It looks
anime.
like I need to go study.
Yeah, I didn't have a lot of options. Like, I grew up without cable, so I didn't really. I had whatever was on TV. It was like
Yeah.
Bill Nye the Science Guy. Yeah, kid.
I grew up with like DirecTV satellite TV, and a lot, but like there wasn't a lot at the time because Cartoon Network literally just came out like the year before. So a lot of Cartoon Network shows were just like Looney Tunes and
Kid.
Scooby Doo and Tom and Jerry. So that was a lot of my stuff was watching Scooby Doo reruns.
These were all of my channels when I was a child. 2, 4, 6, 7, and 12. Every Saturday morning at 6 a.m., they would turn off the bands, which I don't know if people remember that. TV used to just be the test strips from, like, I think 2 in the morning until 6 a.m. So they would just leave it at that. And then Channel 2 would become, like, evangelical Christian stuff.
Yep.
At 6 o'clock, Winnie the Pooh would come on, which was great. And then I'd switch over to Channel 4 to watch Bill Nye and Beakman's World. And then eventually, Channel 12 started having, like, real cartoons. Until it became Insider Baseball at, like, 11 o'clock.
Yeah.
Oh god. Yep.
For me, it was golf, not baseball, but
Yeah, golf was always on.
and I got a lot of. I watched a ton of PBS.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So for me, like Saturday, I think it was like Saturday at 11. Bob Ross came on channel.
I watched a lot of This
Channel
Old House
7?
when I was a kid.
Yeah,
Bob Ross and This Old House.
same.
And Taste of Mexico.
I also watched a little, because we had like HBO at the time. HBO had a kids channel. I don't think it exists anymore on TV. But they had like this show called Happy Ever After, which was like not retellings, but like they would tell old fairy tales and stuff, but like in different like aesthetics. So like they did like a story on Midas and Go Untouched, but like instead of being a Greek king, he was like dumping like king aesthetic, different things like that. And then there
That's
was
cool.
like
Jesus,
there was a
kid.
never-ending story animated show that I watched
Oh
all,
no.
and I've never heard anyone ever talk about it.
I was not aware of it. I love the Never Ending Story, the first movie. As soon as they started to try to franchise it went downhill fast.
Yeah.
Second movie was bad.
We didn't have to. Yeah, I didn't either. Kid, you gotta stop
And there was
this.
also like then I would occasionally go to Nickelodeon and watch the Thornberrys.
Yeah.
And this thing called Ghost Rider?
I remember Ghost
Not
Rider.
writer, but writer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They solved
yeah.
crimes
I
because a
don't-
ghost would write them
I barely
letters in their books.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. It was so
Ghost
weird.
Pen Pal. Yeah.
They had weird pens that were on lanyards, and that was the cool gimmick about the show.
Yeah.
I don't remember those.
Oh, that was like you were a cool kid if you had one of those pens. And when I was in elementary school, you were like the shit.
In my elementary school, is the notebooks specifically, not the pens.
Well, I don't know if
I
I,
don't think anybody in my elementary school could get the notebooks. Or I mean the pens, but the notebooks were easy because they were super
I
generic.
also watched
and
a
cheap.
lot of. Yep. I also remember watching a lot of Johnny Quest.
Oh yeah, I remember Johnny Quest. I think Johnny Quest was on during Beekman's World. I chose science.
Yeah, I really liked watching a lot of the old, like late '80s, early '90s, like adventure cartoons.
They weren't great. Like all the Hanna-Barbera stuff was very boilerplate. Like
Um,
G.I. Joe's was one.
I never watched that growing up. What was it called? Pirates of Blackwater?
I don't remember that one.
I don't know that one.
Wait, were those the actual rats? No, I'm thinking of biker rats.
No, I said pirate.
Yeah, I was thinking about anthropomorphic rat people.
Oh, I don't remember that.
I think it was
remember
biker
seeing
mice from
anthropomorphic
Mars.
dog people
Yeah,
that were like from space.
that might have been
think.
biker mice. They looked a little like dogs.
Oh no, these were straight up dogs. Like they were like in. They were either from space or genetically engineered to be like super soldiers.
Okay. I
To
don't
protect the
remember that
world.
all. In my school, whatever it was, tabletop TCG or toy games were banned by the admin. That's interesting. I remember when Pokemon started becoming really big, like people were starting fights over, getting tricked out of trading their Charizards away and stuff. So they banned them for a while. But then my friends and I started a Magic the Gathering club in high school. So that was fun. Behold my Pokemans. Kid. Oh my god.
Is it a sign that we need to wrap up?
Yeah, possibly. Hold on a second.
We've been going for a little over 2 hours. And I think I'm done. I don't like this Shiba face, but that's fine. The Lich can have a yokai. I'm really happy with the mummy monk though. I think that turned out pretty good. No, you know what? If Elliot wants to use this as an NPC, I want to be able to tokenize it, so I'm gonna
Okay.
give it a background.
Dark Water. Oh, I remember that guy.
Yeah.
The Sega Mega Drive. Okay. Oh, Sega.
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 It kind of scared me, not gonna lie.
Yep.
Wait. Reboot?
It's all about that Sonic the Hedgehog, Streets of Rage. Kid, you gotta knock this shit off. You are gonna hurt yourself or me, and I'm not happy about it.
You'll make me feel sad.
Yeah, I think we're probably gonna have to call it here after this. I'm gonna try to finish this one up. We'll probably.
Yeah.
It's just I need to go for a walk and take him somewhere to the park or something. Let him run around the backyard. Want the milk? No, don't want the milk. I'm stealing your red.
Okay.
Kid, what is going on here? What? What is it? Kid, you are losing your mind. Ow. Okay. I'm gonna have to call here. This kid is
Yep.
losing his fucking shit. Right. Let's see if I can color this in first. Behold my Pokemon battle. It's coming you, Celator.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, hey man. Yeah. What is this? What is this?
Funny sound.
He just wants to be hung upside down. Go limp. He just wants attention, I think. So. Okay, he probably needs another nap, which is the other problem, but. Okay, if your stuff didn't get drawn today, we'll try again on Friday. Go check out the NPC video, give it a comment, maybe share it with some friends or something. Yeah, I don't know. Comments and likes are the new metric. I mean, they've been the metric, but like that's how the algorithm knows to show it to people. So give me a help out there if you can. Otherwise, that's all I got. We'll be back on Friday to do more shenanigans.
Cannery.
Chicanery. You gonna take the bottle and knock it over? Or are you just gonna try to climb up on the desk and get hurt again? Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. Thanks everybody for hanging out. Raid Evan Blair? I don't know if I can in raid. That's not how YouTube works. Let me find out. I also don't know who Evan Blair is. Are they on Twitch? Evan Blair Art. Redirect privileges needed. Ask Evan Miller to add the privileges in community setting. There you go. So I cannot do that. So, thanks again, everybody, for hanging out. Thanks for all the support. Otherwise, yeah, we'll catch you later. Stay happy, stay healthy, keep your dice on the table. We'll see everybody later. Bye.
Bye.